Welcome back. So, I would like to talk about giving ourselves permission to make mistakes and reining our perfectionism in. So, my first question is, are you a perfectionist in your first language? Just answer the question to yourself. You don't have to tell me. You can pause the video and consider this for a moment. Am I a perfectionist in my first language? Do I feel as though nothing that I do is right the first 1 or 5 times that I do it? This fear of making mistakes is not unique to perfectionists. So if you hear me ask the question, are you a perfectionist? And you say, no, that's not my challenge, then you may still feel very unwilling and unsafe to make mistakes when you're practicing a language. So I want to talk about this just a little bit, maybe just a little bit, just to help all of us make room for the necessity, like it's necessary to make mistakes when we're learning a skill, developing a skill. Okay, so one of the reasons why it feels so hard as an adult to learn a language specifically is because many of us as adults, we do not ever want to feel like the people around us think we're not intelligent or that we're stupid or that we are dumb or immature in our thinking. Like, I've probably hit on something that you've said to yourself or felt when you felt afraid or self-conscious about speaking to your colleagues in English, or the first few times you opened up your camera to have a class with a language teacher or coach, that feeling of nervousness and self-consciousness. Like, I know this is a common thing because it comes up often in my sessions. So I'd like to just put it out there for all of us to recognize one of the things that makes it feel really hard as an adult to learn a new language is because our adult personality, some might say our adult ego, it's okay, does not like to feel humiliated. We do not like to feel embarrassed. Like, I am there. I'm there with you. I don't like that feeling either. And we feel humiliated and we feel embarrassed when we feel like we've made a mistake. And it's often because we tell ourselves making mistakes is unforgivable. Like, we're not allowed to make mistakes. And in some situations, it's like life or death not to make a mistake. But practicing a language, I'm pausing because I can think of situations where saying the wrong thing can be very, very bad, can be life-threatening. But those are not the situations that I'm talking about here. I am not talking about crisis situations. I am talking about day-to-day, normal, verbal engagement with the world, conversations with colleagues, presentations at work, conversations with your children, conversations with friends, just the normal day-to-day, non-crisis situations. It's important that we become comfortable, or at least learn to, I'm going to use the word tolerate for now. It's important that we make room in our speech for mistakes. I make mistakes in my first language, and I'm pretty sure there are people watching this right now who can think of a time, probably recently, when you said something you didn't mean to say, a word, you chose the wrong word, you might have mixed up your grammar structure, like even in your own language, this happens, it happens. So if you can practice making space in your practice for mistakes, you will learn to relax about speaking, because you'll understand that the mistakes are part of the learning. Mistakes are what allow somebody else to say, actually, we say it this way. And then we get the correction, and the memory probably sticks with us, so we really, really remember it. And then the next time we understand how to use the word properly, or whatever it is that we needed help with. But if we're not willing to put ourselves out there in the grocery store, practicing our words, or wherever it is, if we're not willing to put ourselves out there, we do get stuck. At a certain place, we get stuck. And then we start telling ourselves we can't learn. I can't learn, I'm stuck, I'm at a plateau. When really it's that we just don't want to embarrass ourselves. And I get it. And I don't know how to fix that for us as adults. But I will say, no matter what it is that we're wanting to learn, we're gonna mess up at some point until we start to really find our rhythm, until we start to really remember things. Like, for example, I loved taking dance lessons. And remembering the steps is a challenge for me. And I felt really self-conscious. I would watch other people out on the dance floor who were so smooth, like amazing to watch. And that's where I wanted to be. I understood that's where I wanted to be. What I had a hard time understanding is they had to do a lot of practice and make a lot of mistakes to get to the place where they looked fluent. I'm going to use that word fluent. We would use the word fluid. But being able to dance effortlessly is like, that's the same as saying I want to be able to speak effortlessly. It's the same experience. And both of these experiences of fluidity and fluency, it requires practice. Like, we have to keep practicing, and the practice requires some mistake making, missing our step, missing our words, stepping on our partner's toe, saying the wrong thing, right? So I'm encouraging you. It feels painful as an adult to make a mistake in front of other people. Like, the body reacts. There's actually something that's happening. It's a real experience in the body. But what we need to do is we need to remind ourselves that we are like children when we're learning. And children, one of the reasons it's so easy for them is they make mistakes and then they keep going. Like, it's not the end of their world. And again, I am thinking of some children for whom they do start sobbing and crying and all of this. That's okay. The parent comes over or an adult comes over and soothes them and helps them get back into it. We need to do that for ourselves. We need to soothe the part of ourselves that feels like we've just done the worst possible thing. And we need to let that part of ourselves know, actually, you just learned something really valuable here. Do this, not this, and get back out there and, speak another 15 words or whatever it is. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Please share your thoughts and your ideas and even your struggles with learning a language. Please share those in the comments so that other people in the community can benefit from your experience. And if there's something that I can offer in response to what you are sharing, I am happy to do that so that we can all continue to grow. So, my name is Nakaya. I am happy to be here with you in this conversational practice, and be brave and practice. Thanks.